In 2025, Americans are being kicked out of countries they once called home. Not because of war, not because of crime, but because the world is changing and many are saying, enough is enough. There was a time when being American meant you could go almost anywhere, stay as long as you want, find work, retire in peace. But in 2025, that time is slipping away. Countries that once welcomed Americans with open arms are now closing their doors, some with new visa rules, others with silent blacklists and surprise deportations. And the reasons? Some are shocking, some are long overdue. But one thing is clear. Americans are no longer welcome everywhere. Stick around because number 5 is a warning for the future of all U.S. travelers. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Number 1. Canada. For decades, Canada felt like America's safe zone. If life in the U.S. got too wild, people just crossed the border. Clean streets, free healthcare, and polite neighbors, it was the backup plan. But in 2025, that plan is falling apart. Canada is facing a serious housing crisis. In cities like Toronto and Vancouver, rent is so high that even locals are being priced out. Emergency rooms are full. Public transport is overloaded. And guess who's getting blamed? Immigrants, including Americans. Now, Canada has put strict limits on immigration. Even Americans with money and education are being rejected. One retired American couple who lived in Nova Scotia for 12 years, paid taxes and volunteered, but were told they had to leave. Their pension wasn't enough under the new rules. Canadians aren't angry at Americans. They're just overwhelmed by rising costs and crowded services. Number 2, Mexico. For years, Mexico was the favorite escape for Americans. Warm weather, cheap rent, tasty tacos, what's not to love? Retirees, remote workers, and digital nomads moved there in huge numbers. Many came on tourist visas and simply stayed. But now, Mexico is pushing back hard. In 2025, Mexican officials started cracking down like never before. Over 1 million Americans overstayed their visas last year. Many were working without permits, not paying taxes, and driving up local costs. So, Mexico changed the game. Immigration officers now patrol airports and bus stations looking for violators. Fines have gone way up. People who break the rules are getting banned, and some are deported right on the spot. Locals are also angry. In places like Mexico City, Tulum, and Puerto Vallarta, rent prices are out of control. Traditional neighborhoods are turning into tourist zones. One shop owner in Oaxaca said, "They make money in dollars and leave us with no homes." Now, Americans must show proof of income, clean records, and legal status, or they could be shown the door fast. Number 3, China. Once upon a time, Americans moved to China for big jobs, teaching English or working in global companies. In cities like Shanghai and Beijing, they were part of a fast-growing expat world. But in 2025, that door is almost shut, and no one is saying it out loud. US-China political tensions are rising, and now, Americans are quietly being pushed out. Work visas are getting denied for vague reasons like security concerns. Even people with clean records and good jobs are getting blocked. One American tech worker in Shanghai had a valid visa but was stopped at the airport, questioned for 6 hours, and told he couldn't re-enter. No warning, no reason, just locked out. Expats still in China talk about surprise apartment checks, phone surveillance, and leases suddenly canceled. There's no big public policy saying no more Americans, but that's exactly what's happening behind the scenes. Living in China in 2025 means walking on eggshells. You could be fine today and gone tomorrow. For Americans, the message is clear. You're no longer welcome like before. Number 4, UAE. Dubai and Abu Dhabi still look like a dream, shiny skyscrapers, tax-free income, and a lifestyle full of luxury. But in 2025, the UAE is making it harder for Americans to stay. And the rules? They're strict, and they're being enforced more than ever. The government now checks everything: your bank account, your online posts, even your WhatsApp messages. If they find anything they don't like a meme, a dance video, or a tweet about traffic, you could be deported. Just like that. No warning. One American writer was kicked out after making a joke about road rules. At the airport, they told him his visa was canceled. He was put on the next flight out. The UAE wants foreigners who are rich, quiet, and respectful. If you speak out, party too loud, or act too American, you're seen as a risk. And once you're deported, you're banned for life. In 2025, the UAE isn't just a luxury playground, it's a legal minefield. One wrong move, and you're gone. Number 5. Hungary. Hungary may not be the first place you think of when it comes to American expats. But for years, Budapest has been a hidden gem. Affordable, beautiful, and close to the rest of Europe. That's changing fast. Hungary's government is taking a strong nationalist turn in 2025. And part of that shift means pushing out foreigners, especially Americans. New visa rules require you to speak Hungarian, prove financial independence, and even show you understand local values. Hungary isn't forcing people onto planes. One American photographer who lived in Hungary for 7 years had his visa denied. The reason? Not aligned with national values. American expats are also reporting banking problems, missing documents, and even being targeted in local media. Right-wing news now paints them as cultural threats. Hungary isn't forcing people onto planes, but it's making life so hard, many are leaving on their own. It's a slow goodbye, wrapped in red tape and silence. If you're American, Hungary may not want you anymore. Number 6. The Philippines. For decades, the Philippines felt like home to many Americans. English is widely spoken, the culture is friendly, and there's a deep historical connection. But even this long-standing friendship is being tested in 2025. The Philippine government has changed its retiree visa rules. You now need more money, must be older, and go through yearly checks, interviews, paperwork, even financial audits. The goal? To make sure foreigners aren't draining the system. Hospitals are complaining. One in Davao said it lost over $800,000 last year, mostly from unpaid bills by elderly Americans. The government had enough. Now, if you want to stay in the Philippines, you need to prove you can support yourself, follow every rule, and respect the system. The easy days are over. For Americans living there, 2025 feels like a test, and many are failing. Number 7. Thailand. Thailand used to be the land of smiles for Americans. Digital nomads loved the easy lifestyle and cheap living. But in 2025, those smiles are harder to find. Thailand now has the Secure Thailand plan. It's designed to stop long-term visitors from abusing the system. Americans now need proof of $3,000 income per month, Thai health insurance, and a clean criminal record. Every 90 days, you must check in with your fingerprints. Even the popular Elite visa is under review. Over 2,000 were canceled last year. Why? Some were used by people avoiding taxes or living without proper jobs. Thailand isn't throwing Americans out directly, but it's making it so complicated and stressful, many are choosing to leave. If you're considering Thailand, be ready for strict rules or your dream may turn into stress. The American passport still opens doors, but not as many as before. And in 2025, those open doors come with more rules, more checks, and more pressure. Tell us in the comments, have you ever lived abroad? Were you treated differently as an American? What country still feels like home to you? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because next time we're showing you 10 countries still welcoming Americans in 2025 with real visa tips and cost breakdowns. See you there.